Boston.
I really love how this team is playing for one another right now, and why their cohesiveness continues to improve with each passing victory.
Yeah, and I don't see them cooling off anytime soon. I mean, it's going to take a very special effort to take these guys down when they're on a roll like this.
Now here's Tatum. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And when you're going into the first game of a back-to-back, how do you prepare for that?
I think the key is to manage your practice going into a back-to-back. In other words, let's turn that down a bit, reduce the minutes on the floor, mental reps on the practice court. As opposed to getting up and down a lot, because you're going to play hard in both games. So if you can get the tank on full heading into the two games back-to-back, that serves you well.
Now, here is James. A top-tier scorer, averaging a little under 25 points a contest. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him if he thinks anyone has a better feel for the game than Luka Doncic, and he told me, I don't want to get into a comparison, but what I can say is that he controls the pace like no one else. You can't speed him up, you can't slow him down. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Just 5 on the clock. Reeves. Good work defensively by White. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
The three, Porzingis. Connects from downtown.
I think you've got to run Porzingis off of his shots. I mean, you can't let him get comfortable because he'll knock him down.
Doncic with it. Last game we saw him with 32 points. To the inside. Here's Hayes. Good D by Porzingis. White for three. Finney-Smith pulls it in. Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
That's really how LeBron prefers to finish, at full speed, driving hard and dictating the pace and keeping pressure on the defense.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Doncic. Following the bucket by the Celtics. Takes the three. Hauled in by Brown.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Pass to White. Back to Holiday. Uses the glass on the layup.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Come on, everybody.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
2
James
minutes remaining
outside.
in the first. 2 minutes.
Has to connect. Fires the three. Hauser grabs the board. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 10-2 run here. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. This is their first chance this season playing Boston. Celtics lead by 8. And we've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. Back to Pritchard. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the paint. Here's James. And Porzingis with the block.
Hey, with that length, Porzingis is always a threat to block shots. I mean, when he matches that length with really good energy and awareness, he can be a good defender.
There's 53 seconds left now in the first quarter. Vincent outside. Pass to James. And slam dunk by James.
One of the most remarkable things in sport, LeBron still throwing it down at this age. One of the best athletes we've seen in any sport.
Again, the miss by Boston.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Porzingis grabs the board.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Here's Pritchard. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
With the score,
And
the Celtics 12. The Lakers 4.
if you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Now here's Hayes.
Jackson
Soft
Hayes.
touch off the glass. Hayes has gotten his first basket of the night.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
From Drew Holiday.
Defensively, you can't afford to let them get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Boston ball.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch
Down
up
to
with
the
Ali
lineup for the
LaForce.
Celtics.
Brian, it's great hearing
Porzingis.
Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
Out of bounds.
No question. Thanks, Ali. Good stuff there.
Celtics ball.
And out of bounds, Boston will have it. Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points, tied for fourth most in NBA history, Clark.
Yeah, he is so special. And the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability.
Now here's Holiday. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. They kick it out to Porzingis. Clock is at 3. A deep 3. Knocked loose. Here's Tatum from deep three-point land. Porzingis misses. Lakers trail by 11. Here's Doncic. Brown with some nice D.
and just not allowing the shooter to get comfortable from mid-range.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jumper. He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Pass to Reeves. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
What a move by Tatum. When he's pulling these off, he's impossible to defend.
Here's Doncic. Luka proving he can score from anywhere.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, B. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My
Los
goodness.
Angeles calls timeout.
Now a timeout called by the Lakers.
Time for some
And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ballgame.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of the season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
And so it's the Lakers with it, following the bucket by Boston. James deciding where to go with it. Hauser grabs the board.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Vincent, following the bucket by Boston. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. James can't get it to go.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Pass to Hauser. There's the triple. Fires in the triple.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Hachimura with the ball. Shoots over Horford. And so it's the Boston Celtics.
With the score, the Celtics 26.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
Outside, Finney Smith. That
Dorian
falls.
Finney-Smith.
Nice feed that time from James.
Wow, my goodness, Finney-Smith striking from deep range, doing all he can to stretch that defense apart.
Now here's Brown. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Porzingis. 15-point game. And Brown with the stuff.
Hey, the defense has no answer for Jaylen Brown. He's dribbling the ball. His teammates know they're in good hands.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Graham. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
LeBron James.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, that's exactly where LeBron wants to go. Almost unstoppable once he gets the ball in the paint area.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life.
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Now, here is James.
LeBron James.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. James has gotten 4 this quarter.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Inside. Here's Brown. Blocked. Here's Finney-Smith. James outside. Back to Finney-Smith. It's stolen by Tatum. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
But what an athlete this Porzingis kid is, man. I tell you, you put the rock anywhere near him, and he's going to throw it down.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time.
First team foul.
That's his first foul of the game.
Substitution.
So both teams changing it up here. To the middle. Boston pulls it in.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. And Los Angeles making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Celtics lead by 20. Pass to Horford. There's the 3. And it's connect with a rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Back to Vanderbilt. Down low. Here's Hachimura. No good on the shot. Horford with some nice D.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Counted good. Brown's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And it's Hachimura missing.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game is going.
And he gets the bucket.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Hachimura. The shot comes out. Boston on offense.
Lakers foul.
They're on a 13-4 run.
Vincent.
And the foul on Gabe Vincent. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. Pritchard gets it to go.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Assisted. LeBron James.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Pritchard. In the air. Misses the layup. And so it's the Boston Celtics. A huge 20.
Celtics. 41. The Lakers.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
To the paint. Now here's Vanderbilt.
3-second violation.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And a final mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
The kick out to Milton. Pass to Reddish. From deep. Reddish on the wing. Back to Lynn. Now Reddish. Deflects the pass. 4 on the clock. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
So it's Los Angeles now. After the basket by Boston. Now Milton. Pass to Hayes. Now here's Reddish. No good on the triple. Fires the 3. Boston pulls it in.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Puts up a deep 3. Craig, no good. Outside Milton. To the left wing. Right side Reddish. To end the drought. Offensive rebound. Back to Hayes. He can't get it to go. Boston on offense. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. And here's Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum.
Los Angeles ball. Substitution on the court.
So it's Los Angeles now. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Has to connect.
2 minutes
Over the past few
remaining in the
seasons,
game.
we've seen a big
2
youth
minutes.
movement in the NBA, Clark, with average age dropping to an all-time low.
Yeah, those are the facts, and it's great that there's so much talent. I don't dismiss or discount that at all, but you still have to have a level of value and appreciation for what experienced veterans can bring to your makeup and to your team. That experience is invaluable, and very few teams win at a high level without having a blend of young talent and talented experience, too.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Now here's Vincent. And here's Connect outside. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Celtics.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And it's another win for this team. 54 victories for them this year.
And a solid start to the season series for them. They'll meet 3 times, and from the look of this first game, it looks like a very favorable matchup for them against the Lakers.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Kristaps Porzingis.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Here's Pritchard. And he lobs it up to the rim. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Gabe Vincent.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they need.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching.
They've done it.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Well, this might...